Those dogs did not like the sound of an Ibex. Good morning. We are back on the Ibex, heading to work. The weather is finally cooperating. Summer might be here. I don't know. I keep saying that. Clouds up, gets cold, and rains. Anyway, we're going over those mountains directly in front of us to the other side, to Orange County, California. On the Ibex 450. Or as one of my favorite YouTubers from China calls it, the 450 metric ton. How do you not like that sound? What's up with that dog, man? He didn't let... Oh, man. Get that dog under control. He doesn't know what's right. Actually, I'm going to pull over here and take a look at this big dog, the metric ton. Stay off the hospital property. We'll just pull in here. I think I need to lock my trunk anyway. Let's look at it for a second. Just look at it. Yeah, she's leaning over. Got the airflow seat cover on it. Got the Tusk skid plate now. The Jet Li Boyle Aquapovic. And she's good to go, man. We broke 1,000 miles. Either this morning or when I put it away last time. Anyway, let's do that commute thing. Yep, GV key's not going to fit in the ignition there, big boss. So last week we rode the Ibex, and then I rode the Tenere 700, and they're riding this thing back to back with that again. And obviously, there's no way I'm comparing a T7 to an Ibex. Different kind of bike. But some interesting things about the Ibex versus the T7. Obviously the Ibex does not have the oodles and noodles of power the T7 has, and I think the T7 suspension obviously is better once you go off-road. But there are times when you're riding the T7 that it feels awkward. You can tell, or can you tell? I don't know. You can really feel that, the top heaviness though. That you can tell. It's not bad when you're underway, but when you're going slow, and when I really notice it's just pushing around the garage. The bike wants to lay down. It just, I don't know, man. It's doing everything it possibly can to fall over. And there's just certain things about it that make it a horrible beginner bike. Or even a horrible first-time off-road bike. I don't know, unless you're an off-road master. It's a long way to the ground. You go to put your feet down and there's 2 more inches of air there. You gotta always be prepared for that. I guess it's more difficult for people like me and maybe other YouTubers who ride a whole bunch of different bikes and you just forget just how far to the ground it is. But yeah, it can be a handful. I had a friend of mine describe it. He test rode one, had one for about a week. He kind of described it as awkward. It's an awkward bike. Of course, he's a street bike rider. He doesn't ride off-road at all. Awkward might be right. It makes me wonder how many people bought a T7 as their first off-road bike and regretted the hell out of it. I mean, it's an amazing off-road bike, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, with someone with limited experience, it can be very intimidating. And then throw in a little awkwardness there, and it will not be very confidence-inspiring. That little dog had a tutu on. For a beginner off-road rider. But other than that, yeah, it's a freaking amazing bike. It's an amazing street bike too. I could see how someone would buy that as their, even their long distance adventure bike. It you know, one of the complaints about this bike seems like is RPMs are high at highway speeds. We know the RPM seems pretty high on that bike at highway speeds even. I think it's 1,000 RPM less than this one. So it's a little more relaxed. But I think at 80 miles an hour, it was like 6,200 RPM. And this one's like 7,200 at 80 miles an hour. I mean, obviously either bike can handle 70, 80, 90 miles an hour all day long. That's not a thing, not a big deal. That's all rider preference stuff. You feel like the engine's trying too hard or revving too high. When it's operating perfectly within its range, right? Its limitations. But there's a lot of similarities to this bike and that bike. Obviously this one doesn't feel as top heavy. It is a little top heavy for what it is. But I mean, it holds a decent amount of gas, and this one isn't quite full, but it's got some weight up top. It's almost like the Chinese cloned the T7, made a mini T7. Called it an Ibex 450 or 450 MT, metric ton. I wish I would have filmed my ride on that bike, but I did not. You know, some days you wake up and you go, like YouTube. But anyway, I kind of wish I would have filmed that ride. I was testing out the infamous Dork in the Road ATV butt pad that he runs on his KTM and a lot of other bikes. I bought one with his link and put it on the T7, and wow, big difference. I like it. I recommend it. I mean, that's a cheap alternative to buying a seat, obviously, or any other pad for that matter. I think it was only like $70. I'll put a link in the description. You can get it on Amazon. There's different sizes. The link will be to the size that I use for the T7, and it would probably also fit on an Ibex. I put an air mesh seat cover on this bike because I really like them. I think they're like the best seat cover you can get, but it took until now until they made one that would fit the MT or 450 MT Ibex. And so I ordered one, popped it on, and this is my first ride with it, and I can already feel that meshy friendliness that it has. Nothing wrong with the stock seat on this bike other than it's a little low for me. I'm 5'11"-ish, 32-ish inseam. But that lowness, I mean, I'm not going to complain about that. That'll come in handy off-road. I'd rather be able to put my foot down and feel the ground versus knowing there's a 2-inch air gap still. But yeah, I can already feel this air mesh seat covers doing its thing. It's feeling good. And the link will be in the description. It is not an affiliate link. I will get nothing for it. I'm just recommending it. I also have some Barnett KTM clutch springs I need to put in this. That might be the last thing I need to do to this bike, other than wear out these OEM tires and put some better tires on it. I do need to put some aluminum handguards on here, but we'll see. Every single person that's dropped this bike, those handguards last exactly half a time. About halfway to the ground, then they just self-destruct before they even hit the ground. Boom! Theater magic gets after work, we're going home. I was abruptly cut off by a short-lived battery this morning. You GoProers know what I'm talking about. Had to double check, make sure I still had power. Oh boy. We're gonna have to pull in here and maybe get some gas. I could probably make it home, but why risk it? See gas, get gas. That's what I always say. I'm a fan of having gas. Questions I have to answer before I get some freaking gas. .8 gallons. Yeah, I probably could have made it home. We got gas. So the second part of this video, I kind of wanted to talk about, you know, all the popular modifications people want to do to this bike and how they ended up being crap for me. They may work for you, but they're crap for me, so be advised. So first one was the bigger windshield on the front. Totally crap. While it did provide a little bit more wind coverage for my shoulders, it was louder, it increased wind buffeting, it did everything that it should not have done. The stock windshield with the Pug visor is hands down 1000% better. Seat, the rally seat, the one that's more flat. I bought one of those too, and it was crap. I kind of like the concept, but the foam, the material that they use is horrible. It's too soft. It kind of wads up and gets in your junk. It's just not good. Front sprocket change, I did that 13 to 14, I believe, to lower the RPM. I'm going to go back to stock. While it might have lowered your RPM on the highway, I like the acceleration and the more bottom end grunt. So yeah, that's crap. Back to stock on that. This aftermarket Akrapovic exhaust. While it sounds pretty cool when you're cruising around town, it's annoying as hell on the freeway. So that's probably coming back off. Going back to stock. What else? What else have I changed that put back to stock? I think that might be it. I mean, I have these new double take mirrors. I freaking love those, even though the stock mirrors on this bike are pretty darn good. I'm just a double take fanboy. Love them. The GPS mount on the front is a CFMoto part, I believe. Love it. Works great. Puts my carpet ride right where I need it. Unfortunately, that's probably all you guys are looking at because it's right at my chin level. And of course, you know, Oxford heated grips. Those are always as good as they have ever been. And quad lock mount for the phone's good to go. I haven't done handguards yet. Just haven't. Don't know why. Obviously the skid plate has to be upgraded. The stock one is not a skid plate. It's more of a pea gravel guard. It's not going to guard against anything actually. So yeah, I've got that Tusk Easy Glide. Sounds like some kind of sexual thing, but yeah, I got Tusk skid plate on here. I have the West Wind soft luggage racks on the back to keep them away from the rear tire and or exhaust. And it has an actual rack platform on the very back for my top box or whatever duffel. When I travel, I get rid of the top box. That's only for commuting. For traveling, I run soft bags with a waterproof duffel on top. I mean, eventually I'm going to swap the tires out. I don't know what I'm going to put on here. We'll see when the time comes. We don't have a lot of mud around here, so I don't have to be too darn picky about the tires I'm running. You know, we have hard packed dirt, rocks, and sand. Worst thing that can happen to you here is 10 inches of sand. When you're riding off-road anyway. But yeah, so I have three big misses on changing things out from stock to something else, going back to stock. Sprocket, windshield, seat. Now, the stock seat that we get in North America got a little cutout. And a lot of people don't like that. I don't mind it. I tend to stand more when I'm off-road, so it's not like that bugs me. And on-road when I'm sitting, it's just fine. But with this cool seat cover on it, it's gone from just fine to, I think, amazing. Like I said, 60 miles from now, when I'm on the other side of that mountain in front of us, I'll let you know. Hey, it's Mike from the future, and I'm here to tell you that the cool seat cover was 2 thumbs up. 1, 2. No hot spots on the way home. It's almost like I wasn't even sitting on a motorcycle seat. So typically halfway home in the afternoon, things start getting a little warm, start developing a few hot spots here in the butt. Not a good thing. But anyway, yeah, nothing at all with this guy. It's definitely a fix for the issue I had. I'll put a link in the description. You guys might want to check it out. They also make the same cover for the rally version of the seat, which might cure my issues with the rally seat. I don't know. See if I feel like investing, you know, $80, $90 into another seat cover for the rally seat, but maybe. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Back to your programming. You guys need to warn me when my turn signal's on. Hard to see that indicator when the sun's in my back. A pink Tesla. Hey, if you guys get a chance, stop by and check out my new Amazon store. There'll be a couple of QR codes on the screen and a link in the description. It's most of the things that I've purchased from Amazon that I've enjoyed, and thought I'd put them all in one place for you guys. Anyway, they're all affiliate links, so yes, I'll get a small commission, but it doesn't increase the price or charge you extra for any of that. So yeah, check it out, and thanks. As of yet, it's like I said, it's okay, you know, when you're tooling around town or you're under 55. But cruising down the highway at 70, and then, like, let's say you throw in a hill, so you have to climb a hill at 70. That means you got to roll on a little more manifold pressure. It almost gets annoying. These pieces of plastic here, keep in mind, that's not the gas tank. These are just big, empty plastic bearings for styling and wind protection, and they work exceptionally well. The bike has really, really good wind protection for what it is. Surprising. It's almost like they put it in a wind tunnel.
Haven't found any camels yet, but we out here.